Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to the continuing adventures of Fluttershy as she makes her way through the dungeon. Thus far, Fluttershy has done a whole lot of crazy shit, not the least of which being turning to the dark side and picking up Haunt, which is the capstone from last vid. Otherwise, here's a quick glance at her inventory. Those of you actually interested, feel free to pause it and actually read it. I'm just glancing through it. I am going to ditch the Ring of Protection I have here. Yeah. I'm considering putting on the Ring of Shadows in favor of the Ring of the Octopus King, going back and forth over what's the best way to go about that. But definitely gonna ditch some stuff out here, including Ring of Protection, Scroll of Silence, Amulet of Rage, uneaten chunks of food, half the Manticore because you just know it's gonna go bad, Random Effects Wand, +1 Elven Hat, and I can't leave behind any of these weapons. They're all too dangerous if somebody comes back and picks them up to stab me with. I can even leave the Book of Frost. I have no intention of using it. And I'll keep hanging on to the Necronomicon just so I can constantly watch the Necromancy chance and see how it's improving. I've got 2 rods and they haven't been weighing me down too much, so I'll hang on to those as well for utility. Okay, off we go. Right off the bat, I have a reason I need to summon meat shields, and that is so I don't get breath attacked. And success. Paperback book, nothing that I really care about. Yeah, nothing I really care about. Let's drop it. Eat that manticore flesh. Ooh, another book. So I care even less about. Though it does have Ignite Poison, which is a far superior transmutation spell for me than the one that I can't use since I actually have a shield. And Sticks to Snakes, which kind of qualifies as an animal friend thing. But I already picked something up, so I'm good. Definitely need a super massive army to even have a shot here. That Orcish Knight has a Bard each, so he's going to be... that's a top level polearm. So I'm going to need to be very... what's the word I'm looking for? Ready to retreat. For if things go bad, which appears that they kind of just have. But, you know, that's what's deceptive about these massive summon fights. There's definitely a tipping point where you finally kill one enemy, and then all the rest of them just fall. Right, you know, right after he does. So now that I have a Staff of Wizardry as well as a Ring of Wizardry, I can actually improve my castability on Haunt even more. I'm going to hang on to this Staff of Wizardry so that I can potentially use the double enhancer effect to get my Necromutation off earlier. I'm not entirely certain it will help with memorization, though. Do I have Potions of Brilliance? Okay, good. What I need to do is memorize the spell, drop the book so I don't carry it around with me, and then just do what I can to improve its accuracy once it's already in my spell list. This is going to be incredibly difficult to deal with unless I use my allies in an open area, which is exactly what I plan to do, so it's not going to be difficult to deal with at all, really. Now let's start whipping these things. Whip it good. Okay. Santa Roca. Easily one of the most dangerous things I'm going to encounter in this game. Definitely going to open with serious Haunt spam, followed by backing off and recovering from the fact that I just blew all of my nutritional value in 1 second. I don't actually even know how successful or unsuccessful it was. I can't even stick around to find out, because I have no mana now. Yeah, but I'm convinced that it was the right move to make. It's what afforded me the best shot at actually killing Sant Roca, was just instantly surrounding him and then trying to insta-give him. And all without ever giving him the chance to get in range of me, you know, beyond minimum. I'm hungry. And I'm nauseated. Okay, there we go. Starving. Let's eat that meat ration. Why meat ration? I should have gone with bread. I don't even know what I was thinking. Where did I find Sant Roca? All the way up here? Let's go there again, but this time, you know, go with scorpions. Between potentially being mephitic and being distracted by my allies, I'm sure I'll get a few good shots on him. Walk into a fire, please, and then just stay there. Okay. Definitely going to enchant this Demon Whip. The accuracy is actually more important than the damage component right now, because the damage component is going to be passively increased on account of me leveling Necromancy. Okay, that just got painful, so backing off into an open area where I can do some scorpion spam. There's a scorpion behind me. That's gonna be dangerous. I need to get out. Okay, cool. I'm free. Free to watch as this succeeds or fails. Put a fire in place for it to potentially attempt to walk through. It did not. I don't think I can kill that. Yeah, I don't think I can kill that.
Yeah. Yeah, let me get the address.
But I'm fairly sure I can take them out now. You know, that they're all spread out and stuff.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Perfect. He walked into the fire and got torched. I'm guessing pain doesn't work on undead. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to assume that that's true just based on the way it sounds. And if that's the case, I'm about to hit a point in the game where this weapon is a lot less useful than it would otherwise have been. Oh well. There's always the possibility that somewhere around this floor, Sant Roca is waiting to kick my ass. Because of that, I've got to be a little bit more cautious than I normally be. Oh, I have an unquaffed potion. Yay, it was Cure Mutation! That gave me 13 bonus HP and some bonus intelligence and just some bonus everything. Unfortunately, Necromutation is still absolutely unlearnable. Let's see, what do I want here? I don't have that much in the way of heal wounds. I do have a speed, a couple curings. Let's take a double load of extra curings and an extra heal wounds. And magic. So, you know, a bunch of utility stuff. May not ever be useful, but that potion of magic at least might be the difference between life and death. Depending on what happens. Or, you know, might prove to be totally meaningless, but we'll see. Fucking hell, it's Azrael. Definitely a scenario for get as many summons on the board simultaneously as I can, just to body block him. if nothing else, and, you know, they'll chip away at Azrael's health while they do. I think we can take him down. Switch to my thing of stabbingness. Cool, he's down. Okay, and his entourage. He might still have some wandering fire elementals, but, you know, in the scheme of things, those don't really scare me. So it occurs to me that Necromutation isn't going to be nearly as useful for me since I have no way of channeling mana. As, you know, I'm used to it being. This is a demon whip of pain, and you're a scorpion. You're gonna suffer for your, you know, moronic attempt to attack me. As will you, you stupid dragon. And you, orc. All of you are gonna suffer. And then I'm gonna eat you. I think Santa Roca is dead. I'm surprised, because otherwise I would have expected to have seen him by now. Kobolds. So really, this floor was packed. You got a Kobold Demonologist, and you got Azrael, and you've got, whatchamacallit, friggin' Sant Roca, all on one floor. You know what? I'm not going to be able to reach you, but I am going to be able to haunt you. And I'm going to do that from here. How do I haunt? J. Did it fail? No, it succeeded. Just didn't have much power. Let's try it again. There we go. Gotcha. Eat. Wield. Correct. Now start killing things. That was torment. That hurt. Not gonna do that again. Trapdoor spider. Don't see it. Oh, there it is. There it was. Haha. Yep, Sant Roca is definitely dead. And there's its zombie to prove it. Wow, even the zombie of Sant Roca is powerful. It's amazing how long tier 1 stuff remains useful. Alrighty, that's... Oh, another book? Beyond my level of understanding. What the hell is it? It's probably the Book of Annihilations. The only book I can imagine that would be beyond my understanding at this point in the game that I haven't thought of yet. Ah, there you go. Have fun with that, you moron. You douche. Oh, you can paralyze, can't you? That's gonna hurt. It's gonna pain you to death. And you I've gotta burn to death. Die in a fire. My fire. Oh wow, it was an Etten. That would have hurt like hell. Okay. Out we go. Low on mana. No food. I'm gonna eat a ration. Head back in. What can I use against that many of them? Let's Definitely want to start off by knocking out the casters. Actually, I'm just going to run for it. Because I'm getting flanked anyway, so I kind of have to be more concerned about what's behind me than what's in front of me. There's that caster again. Make sure he stays knocked out. Okay. Shoot at him from range, kill him, perfect. Boom! Environment, bitch. You will all become one with Microsoft. Actually, I'm curious. Since I don't use any piety, I might as well, right? It's moving. That's interesting. It's very much an animal friend. It's actually a plant friend. Let's try and do that again. Okay, so it doesn't work on him twice. It's cool. But what kind of stats are we talking about for him? Resist poison, tiny, mindless. Looks easy. What the hell? Both innately curious and incredibly shy. In other words, it's Fluttershy. Pursuing the objects of its curiosity only when out of sight. What are you getting shot by? Dare you shoot my mushroom friend. For that I will whip you with pain. Nasty, sticky, icky pain. There you go. That's more like it. Die to pain, please. Both of you. I could butcher this, but I'm more tempted to raise it and then use evolution on it. Because now I'm beginning to realize there's no reason I can't have more of these guys around. Assuming the piety cost is... Well, it doesn't look like it's... I'm going to keep using it until my piety goes down. That's a reasonable idea. My piety is still maxed. Okay, I'm going to stop using it because I have 4, and that's plenty. Based purely on the fact that it was able to tank not 1 or 2, but 4 Centaur Captain shots, it obviously has a very reasonable amount of health. And based on the fact that this guy hasn't taken damage... Why aren't you confused, dude? I shot you 4 times. I'm just gonna whip you in the face is what I'm gonna do. There you go. Whack, 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 whack. You whack the Actuar. The Actuar rides in agony. We'll butcher 1. And hell, I'm not gonna live up to my own words. Evolve the others. It keeps saying your piety has decreased, but my piety is still at max, so either it's decreased by so little that it doesn't show, which is what I suspect, or I'm gaining it back as fast as I'm losing it, which I doubt. Yay! Something useful! Let's go ahead and enchant this troll leather armor into troll leather armor and put that on. This is drastically diminishing my AC. My AC has just gone down by like 3, but I'm of the opinion that my regen is more important. See how you guys do against... Wow. Okay, I expected us to lose to the stone golem in any number, so... Alright, I'm glad to see we didn't. My intelligence has been drained at some point. I didn't notice this until just now, and this has resulted in non-hungerless level forecasting. I'm not actually worried about this yet, because it's a trivial amount of hunger, and that must not have been a successful fire cast. Yeah, it wasn't a successful... Okay, so they're dumb enough to stand in fire. Or either that or the fire went out, based on the fact that they took no damage. Burn, confuse, run. Okay. I have the Whip of Pain, so I can totally be helpful in dealing damage. He recovered way faster than I thought. Okay, got him. Let's go ahead and butcher one. Raise the others. And hell, let's use all the abilities on the others while we're at it too. I don't know what to tell you guys. That last pip of piety must be a really thick one, or I have vastly underestimated the value of Phaethos. Now I'm beginning to see why Phaethos makes any sense. If I can, without spending perma-food, make an army of wandering mushrooms follow me, and by the looks of it, they don't have a time limit. They're indefinite. What's to stop me from getting like 100 of these? Or evolving them further? It's all like poison ivy. No wonder you guys said this would make a reasonable idea for Applejack. Alright. They actually follow you downstairs too, so... Wow. I'm trying to remember when I hit max piety, and was it just... Or not even max. When I hit 4 stars of piety. Actually, evolution wasn't... Oh, when did I get gifted evolution? Speed up decomposition, walk through allied plants. Induce evolution was super early. There's no reason I couldn't have been doing this much sooner. This could have made the lair a cakewalk. Not, as a summoner it already was, but for a non-summoner? Somebody who doesn't have free and ready access to, whatchamachocolates? Meat shields? Wow, what an idea.
Hello? Yeah.
Please, dogpile. A evolution on 1. A. How does growth work? Oh, never mind. It only gives me plants. I don't need more plants. I have plenty. And I guess I am overestimating just how useful these guys are. They're not fantastic. They're just good. But still, that's better than what I've been treating them as, which is nothing. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to confuse once and then whip all of you with auto-fighting. I don't even care. You're just kobolds. You have no business attacking me. You should take one look at me and run in fear the other direction. This is not Smart Kobold, the game. Evolution. Evolution. Okay. Whip, 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 whip. Whip, whip, whipster, 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 whip, whip, whipster, stir, whipster, whip, whip, whipster. Okay, I'm not sure why you were even there. Totally gonna study traps and doors for a little while. Any excuse I can get to raise that a few points is a valid one, because I'm rapidly getting to the point of the game where I'm beyond overdue for having it. Ooh, and a cloak of value, further reducing my AC, mind you. What the hell are these? Venomous and armored lab rats? And they're literal rats? Intriguing. And there's some mutated ones too. Easy, slightly resistant to hostile enchantments. It is vulnerable to silver and hated by Zin because it is mutated. Okay. Interesting, but I'm just gonna whip them all to death. Based on the fact that I saw a wizard before I came into this place, I have to assume that there is a wizard's lab spawn portal inside here. Definitely gonna butcher this one and then raise the dead, or raise the plants on the rest of you. Evolve one. Raise the dead, evolve one. You know, if I had an average amount of luck and had eventually found a good recall spell by now, those mushrooms would be amazingly powerful because I could just at will have my massive army at my side, and I could treat my summons as they really are, which is my offense, but not my defense. Or rather, I could separate those two roles out better. Okay. I need more food. So it may just be my imagination, but I know that they're regenerating, but it really seems like they're regenerating super slowly. The toadstools, I mean. It's very often I see that they're at low or medium health. Let's eat all the sultanas. Okay, that's done. Do I have restore abilities? I have like 4. Yeah, but this isn't doing me any harm right now. Okay, let's head down the floor. With a few, or many, I don't know, mushrooms to go with me. I lost a pip of Faithless Piety when I wasn't paying attention, so I clearly have been overusing. The only one of these that's really a keeper is going to be... Well, none of these are really a keeper. I guess I can put it on the troll leather armor for a +1. But I'm eventually going to find a good armor I like more, I think. Cloak, I'm more likely to not find anything for a long time, so let's go with that. Steel unload, fire burn, filthy animals make them hurt. Hear us now, black and blue, no more the sun will come for you. Oh, come on, man. I can make an army bigger than your army. And this is what I was saying about tipping point earlier. I don't feel like I'm winning this fight, but I am. It's just a matter of getting rid of their front lines. And of course, there's no harm in me actually going to the front line myself and whipping them. Now that my necromancy has become respectable. Okay, I'm starving, so that's a bread ration. Should help with the starving bit. Definitely gonna butcher this one, but that probably is a waste since I literally just ate a ration, and bread is something I do well with. Okay, another cache of ogres. Put a fire on the door, and a confuse inside, and then start massing scorpions. And another confuse, and whip anything that already got out. Wandering mushroom hits something. Something hits your wandering mushroom. Oh wow, there's something attacking my wandering mushroom from behind. Well, it's dead now. Okay. All of these are totally worth raising. And I'm gonna promote one of them. Drop that. I don't know if I have maxed protection from fire or near max, but either way it's not worth a ring slot anymore. I failed, succeed, and whip him to death, and... Okay, I'm actually going to identify on this whip because I don't know where it's at now. 4-6. Potion of paralysis. 4-6 is actually very respectable. I'm not going to put too much more thought into this at this point then. Okay. For this next floor, I'm going to be resuming my modus operandi of not using Fidas's abilities so as to gain back some of the piety that I've lost. It was fun to experiment, it was cool. Now I have an idea at least of how I can make use of that first ability, and I'm not going to, you know, lean on it when it's totally unnecessary. I can use summons for most of this. I'm going to lay out a nice long trail of fire for all of the slimes to walk through until eventually I'm forced to actually fight them. Fortunately, it looks like many of my conjures failed. It totally works, and that's why they're all as weakened as they are, which let me just kill them when they finally manage to become super slime. Blow off some Mephitic clouds. Mephitic clouds ahoy. Many, many whips were had. Fun times had by all. Fire kills him. Confuse goes off on them. Stabs to be had. Stabs to be had. Another fire. That's good. There you go. Have fun, baby. Lots and lots of fun. With scorpions. Come on. There you go. Attaboy. Oh, wow, I'm getting shot and didn't even notice. I gotta bail. I was getting shot too long without noticing. Probably work his way right through the... Oh, crap, I'm getting flanked too. Perfect. If you're not invulnerable to Mephitic, I will soon have you pained to death. And a single fire cloud in the way should really slow down the advance of all of these enemies. Slow down, but not completely stop, so I have to bail again. Come on, just finish him already. And definitely worth using curing at this point. Seriously, you lived? The fuck? There you go. That's better. Oh, just here's a pitchfork with your ass's name on it. God, I love the Nostalgia Critic. Okay, another one of these idiots. Okay. Seriously? That's a painfully powerful wolf spider. I'm still able to train that at a high rate, so let's keep going with that. Necromutation is no longer impossible to consider. It's gone down to 99%, which means theoretically possible. Yeah, then I got pelted by a giant rock and suddenly all my priorities changed. Scorpions! Do your duty! And none of you are allied. Oh my god, that's bizarrely bad luck. I'm near starving, which means I'm gonna have to eat soon, which means I'm gonna need to be out of danger range, which means go upstairs, heal, return. Wow, you're slow. You must be a snail. You are, in fact, an agate snail, so that is perfectly appropriate. Okay, let's whip you to death. Speed, curing, acquirement, all good stuff, really. Can't afford the acquirement. I know I used a curing, so I'm going to get one back. And everything else can just wing it without. It's always good to have an acquirement in a store, because usually it's the other way around, right? Usually you use an acquire scroll and then get something, maybe good money. But often enough in games, I find that I have way too much money and nothing to spend it on anymore. An acquirement scroll is always a good choice, and it can fill whatever you feel you're lacking at that time. So if you're really eager to get a new book or some new armor, well, there you go. Of course, I'm used to playing Vehumet, who really never leaves me wishing I had a book, because I get all the conjurations I want. Or Sifmuna, who seldom leaves me wanting a new book, and when he does, I know he's going to give it to me faster than anything else. Okay, that's another floor. I'm actually going to stop here. I don't know how long I've been going. I must have gone well beyond my intended stop time. Oh my god, it's already 3:40. Yeah, I've gone well beyond my intended stop time. But the run is continuing. Fluttershy is making her way through the vaults. She finally learned how to grow plants, and she's had a really good time making friends with them too. All in all, been pretty good so far. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.